Welcome, bienvenidos to another shoe cleaning video with me. I've been waiting to do this shoe cleaning, so the reason why is because I've been wanting to actually get my shoes dirty. I know that's kind of weird, right? That you actually want to get them dirty, but I do have two pairs that are not mine. They're my mom's, and they're her UGG boots. Now, let me show you this. You guys have seen me clean these plenty of time. Look how dirty they got. That's how bad I let them get. So we're gonna clean these, but we're gonna save these for later. Because what I wanna do, I wanna clean my mom's UGG boots first, right? Because we don't wanna get all this dirt and residue on her shoes. So we're gonna do hers, because hers are a little bit more simple. So let's get to it. I do have my other camera with me, just in case if I wanna get more close-ups. And I have a lot of shoes. You guys can't see them. They're actually underneath this table. But there's about, I'd say about anywhere from 10 to 15 pair of shoes that I have to clean. I'm not gonna clean them all on here, but I'll show you the ones that are the worst, basically. Now, you guys know, winter's basically done. Winter shoes, you wear them, besides UGG boots, but any shoe that you wear during winter when it's snowing, salt, and it basically damages your shoe. Well, not damages, but it leaves these white marks. I don't know if you guys can see them. There's like white marks here. As a matter of fact, let's switch over to the other angle of this. All right, so here we go. You see how bad they look? They look pretty bad, right? It could also be the lighting as well that's making it look worse than it is. But you see the white marks here. I think this one has them too. This one has them as well. So yeah, so we're gonna get rid of those. I do have, she did tell me to do her other boots, which I'll show you guys later. But we're gonna go with these first and try to make them look brand new. Okay, so like always, I'm gonna put one to the side, all right? For this, I do have all these different textured brushes over here. But for this, let me move this over here. For this, we're going to use the sponges, the EB Kicks. So I'm going to be using EB Kicks. You guys have seen me do this before. So I'm going to use the EB Kicks the shoe cleaner. I'm only grabbing this just because it was, I don't know why, it was like right here for me. But we're going to be using this for sure later on some of my other shoes. So let's go and dip this in the warm water. So this water is warm. I actually didn't put no cold water, so all it is just pure hot water right now. Open this up, squirt some on here, get the suds going, right? There we go. And the reason why you want to use the sponge instead of some of these other brushes is because of the material, the texture of this. You don't want to end up shredding this material, because if you do use the brush, it will shred it for sure. And then you'll get that little like fuzz on there. The only spot that I would recommend to use the brushes would be right here, the bottom, right? Use that. But as far as like on here, as far as like this whole area, use the sponge. Do not use the brush. Like I said, the brush, use that more for the bottom of the shoe or boot or whatever you're cleaning, unless it's leather. If it's leather, then go right ahead and use the brush. Depending also, to tell you the truth, depending, I've had some people, when I used to do this on Instagram, I've had some people comment like, hey, you shouldn't be using the brush for that. But the thing is, I go base it off the material, right? If I feel comfortable that the brush is not gonna damage the material on whatever I'm cleaning, then I go for it. So I would say just, you know, if it's suede, for sure, try to just use the sponge on the shoe itself. The sole down here, just use the brush, you know, to really get all that grime and dirt off of it. And already, from what I could tell, it's already looking good. Now we're just gonna grab our EB Kicks wipe and just wipe it down. Took off the salt off the bottom, the side, the top and the sides. As far as like just this, basically looks brand new. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go over it one more time. I like to go over things just one more time, just in case. Get it suddy like always. Who knows, maybe at some point I might end up doing a giveaway of one of these for whoever watches it, and then I'll put up like how to enter and all that stuff, what you have to do, you know, that way you guys can go ahead and make your shoes look brand new all the time. Because like I said, so many people have asked me, how do you keep your shoes looking clean? And that's all I do, I clean them. I keep up with them. Like I said, it wasn't until recently that I was like, you know what? Let them get as dirty as possible. Then that way I could actually do a good cleaning. Because usually I try to keep my shoes clean all the time. But then when I do these videos, they're not as dirty. And it's just like, not really doing much. I'm not showing you guys really much. But see, look. Boot. It's clean. Let's go with the other angle. Let's go with the other camera. Okay, so this is after I cleaned it. You see how it's like looks clean now. You see, this is not dirt. This is just the boot is old. I forgot how long ago my mom got it. She got it quite some time ago. Now you see how it looks different color here to here. The reason why for that is because the material's different. You could tell that the material's different when I'm touching it. It's different texture completely. This right here, I think it's like suede. This is more like nutbuck basically. It's rougher. It feels thicker. So yeah, so that's the reason why this looks different. But other than that, look. Remember how I used to look with all the salt on it? It's gone. So it's all set. Now let's just move on to the next shoe. Make it look neat. Okay, so now that I showed you guys the other shoe, let's just speed through this one, right? And there you have it. There's this one now. Nice and clean. Sides are clean. They look brand new except for the fact that, you know, the wrinkles on it. But like I said, my mom has had these for years. I believe these are over 4 years, 5 years old already. But yeah, this is all nice and clean. It looks good. I think I might have missed a spot. Alright, yes, I did miss a spot. There we go. Nothing a little brushing can't take off. So there we go. These shoes are done. Good to go. They just gotta dry now. And let me switch over to the other boots. Like I said, I'm doing my mom's boots just because, you know, trying to keep her stuff clean. Now these are also UGG boots, and she's also had these for a long time. Maybe I should switch it to the other angle so you guys can see it, because I don't think you guys will be able to tell as much if I go like this, because I could see it basically if I'm like this close to it. So let's switch it over to the camera right here. Okay, so here we go. Here's the camera. There is like dirt on it, as you guys can see, like stuff there, right? The back heel of it, you guys see that? So if you guys can see this, the logo is not, well, it's a little dirty, not much, just a little bit. Check this shoe out. See the spots right there. you know, my mom now. You see how the material looks different even before I do anything? It's because it is different from the back and the front. So, yes, look at that. You see that there's dirt on it. So, let's get these clean, nice and clean as well. Okay, so now that I showed you guys the close-up, like always, move one to the side. Concentrate on one. Got my brush and all that. I'm gonna put some more solution. So these are different shoe. Get nice and sudsy. And start to wipe away. Now I don't know how clean these are gonna end up just because my mom did wait a long time to tell me to clean these. I had been telling her forever, hey, give me the shoes that you want me to clean. She's like, okay, I will. And then she never did. And I was constantly telling her, hey, I'm gonna clean shoes again. Let me know. So, okay, like always. So, we'll see. We'll see how clean these get, because sometimes if you do let it settle in for too long, it will. I might have to switch to a different sponge because this one's shredding up already. This sponge is old. That was from the first time that I got the EB kicks. I've already gotten EB kicks like 3 times. I have the other box that hasn't been opened yet. Okay, here you go. That's much better. That other one was shredding up and leaving stuff behind. Okay. In the past, I've had people tell me, can you go right ahead and clean my shoes too? Because I see that you do such a good job. Well, guys, all you guys have to do is literally get the same stuff that I'm using right now. You guys can do it yourself. I mean, I know that could be a side hustle for me, but man, I don't know. I don't want to be cleaning shoes all day. Like, I like cleaning mine because they're mine. You know, I don't want to be cleaning other people's shoes. Okay. Almost seems like some of the stuff isn't coming off, and right now I'm sweating because, man, I really am putting a lot of force into it right now. Okay. So here we go. You see the salt is off. Remember how the back used to look? Like that dirt? It's gone. All that is good. And the thing is that was making me think that these shoes were still dirty. It's actually, if you guys can see, you think it's dirt, but it's not actually dirt. What it is the material is kind of like, I didn't do this to it. It seems like it was already like that. But it seems like the material might be falling apart. Like it's kind of like shredding in a way. So that's why it looks like that. It's not that it's actually dirt. So the material, these might have only 1 more year, and then maybe 1 or 2 more years, and that's it. But yeah, these are all clean from the side. You saw how dirty they were. Yeah, it's just the shoes are old compared to these. You know how the side of it is all dirty. This one look clean. Okay, so I did not know that the camera stopped recording. I do not know why. But I don't know at what point it stopped recording. I did finish cleaning this one boot. I believe I did get the close-up of it. So yeah, so this is the clean one, and I think I might have to tell my mom to replace these at some point, because they do smell a little weird, kind of. So I might have to tell her to replace these because the material is starting to shred up. These are pretty old already. So she might have to replace these. I'm not going to do the other boot because I want to get to the other shoes. This one, this boot, I might put it over here to the side to remind myself to clean it off camera. Let's get to my shoes. Now, I'm going to get the dirtiest ones because all the other ones are not as bad. So those I could do off camera. And they're basically the same material as these are, the Uggs. But I'm going to clean these shoes. I let these shoes get pretty dirty, as you guys could tell. Alright, there's like the bottom, the top has some dirt on it as well. I let them get dirty. It's fine, I can clean it. They are different from what I just showed you guys at the beginning of the video, right? Yeah, let's put it, let me choose which one. This one, I would say this one. Put this one on this side. Now, for this material is not, it's like mesh material that it has on here. So I'm definitely going to be careful with it and using this. But what I want to do is actually take care of the bottom first and then I'll do the rest. So for that, we're going to use our brush. Some solution, dip it in water, and let's get to it. Now, from what I could tell, most likely not everything's gonna come off. So what I might end up doing is using the whitener, right? The shoe whitener over there. Because some of these are skid marks. They're not actual, like, regular dirt. And to tell you the truth, I don't know where I got the skid marks from. Because I've been wearing these shoes for quite some time. And the whole time I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get them dirty. It's fine. Just go ahead and wipe down, see what needs to be still. It's actually doing a pretty good job, to tell you the truth. Getting rid of pretty much all of it. The thing I always have a problem with is this, because then I'm like this looking. But nonetheless, this thing is doing a good job right now cleaning it. I've already had a couple of family members ask me what is it that I use, and I've always sent them the link, the exact link that I use, because it's straight from EB Kicks. But I send them the direct link of the actual one that I use, and I use the value pack. The reason why I use it is because you get a lot more. I think I've said it before. You do end up getting, just in case you guys forgot, you do end up getting 2 of these shoe cleaner and conditioner, and it's 8 ounces. So you get 2 of these big ones, you get 2 sponges, you get this brush, you also get the white touch-up, and then just recently, I don't know if they are still doing it, I'm pretty sure they might still be doing it, but the last one that I bought, it came with the little towel, you know, to wipe down the shoe. So let's move on to the rest of it, the mesh part. And for that, for sure, just because I know it's mesh, I know I'm going to use the sponge instead of the brush. Because the brush, trust me, I've learned my lesson of making sure that I will use the brush. Because what's actually happened before, using the brush on material like this, just like how I said it before, it shreds it. And then you have all these little fuzzy little strings just everywhere, and it just doesn't look good on your shoe. Doesn't look good at all. And the thing here is that, like I said, it's mesh, and it is mesh, but these little white parts of it is not mesh. It's hard to explain what it is. It's like those kind of stick-ons, I guess. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what material specifically that is. But it seems like that's giving me the harder time to clean. That's something that I would use the brush, but the thing is, it's so tiny, it will get onto the mesh part and it'll destroy the mesh. I guess all you have to do is just put your hand in there and just like rub on it pretty hard, and it does come off actually. It just takes some time, take some nice pressure, add it on there. Ooh, it's making me sweat again. But there are certain parts where, like this back area, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with a different angle. Let me get the camera from here. Okay, so let me turn on this light real quick, even though it's running out of battery. Okay, so here's the thing. You see the back, this right here? It's actually different material too. Well, not different material. It's like, this is like kind of soft and this is rough. You could tell, like, I could tell just by rubbing my finger on it. I still gotta get like those bubbles in there, out of there. But anyways, like you see how like it still looks dirty? The thing is, the material is different. This is up top is like soft, but this bottom portion right here is pretty hard. It's pretty hard right here. Pretty hard material. So it's a little bit harder to take off some of those marks. I'm gonna try to go over it again, and if it doesn't work, well, guess what? We're gonna use this guy to widen it up. You know, that's why they give you this, the white touch up, and that should fix it. So we're gonna go over that one more time. See, hopefully that kind of fixes it. If it doesn't, like I said, that's why they give you the white touch. Because at the same time, just like I said with my mom's shoes, I might have waited too long. I might have waited a little bit too long to clean my shoes. And I think in a way, I kind of kept on telling myself, you gotta clean the shoes, you gotta clean the shoes. And I never did. And to tell you the truth, the reason why I'm like cleaning the shoes now is because I'm trying to do a TikTok video about my shoes. I know I'm kind of late to the trend, but it was basically like, what's your favorite shoe? What's your most recent shoe you bought? The most expensive shoe, the least expensive shoe. And I believe at some point it might even say, what's the shoe you don't like? You know, your least favorite shoe. So, oh, look at that. Going over it again is taking it off. It is working. So that's good. I could still use the white touch if I felt like it. I might actually clean the bottom of this shoe, because I don't know if you guys can tell, it looks yellowish. The bottom of the shoe. I'll show it to you guys right now. It's actually looking pretty clean, guys. Pretty clean. Yes, sir. I'm liking it. And this is, I think this is like the longest I've gone without cleaning my shoes. It's been a couple of months. Usually, it all depends how like picky I am. Sometimes I do it like once every other week to clean my shoes. I've been wearing a lot of my shoes a lot more now, because I don't know if you guys have seen those videos where like people that keep their shoes and they don't wear them, and they end up disintegrating. Yeah, I don't want that to happen to my shoes. Apparently it's from not using them. because they just sit there. So I'm not trying to let my shoes disintegrate. So here's the thing. The front of it looks yellow. The back of it looks just dirt. Just dirt on there. But the front of it looks yellowish. So we're just gonna go a little pass through with the brush. See if it could clean some of that stuff off. And I think I've said it before in previous videos, but this shoe cleaner is like all natural ingredients that they use. Just like how it says, it's not just a shoe cleaner, but it conditions your shoes as well. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. It's been a while since I've actually done this where like I actually cleaned the bottom of it. I've always just cleaned the sides and the top. I mean, it cleaned off most of it. Not all of it, but most of it. But at the same time, it's like, what do you expect? I did wear these for such a long time and didn't clean them at all. Maybe if I would have cleaned them a little bit more often, they wouldn't have been as bad. But they're not bad though, compared to how they looked before. You guys saw it. So right now I'll bring up the other shoes so you guys can see. Right now this video is getting too long already, I feel like. But yeah. This shoe is pretty much clean. The bottom of it, look. See? Still yellow, but at least it's not as bad as before. Still looks pretty clean. Everything else looks pretty clean too. Let me bring up the other shoe where I put it. Oh yeah, put it over here. So you see, compared to this, see how it was? So bad. It's pretty clean now. And that's how I bring my shoes back to life. That's how I keep them looking like they're brand new. Is that I just use this. I've used other products, but I'm sticking with this one because it actually cleans better than the other ones. You know, there's Crep, there's Jason Mark. Jason Mark was actually one of my favorites that I use because it was better than Crep. Crep wasn't really taking off every single thing. It wasn't taking all the smudges off and all the dirt. No matter how hard I would scrub. But for some reason, Jason Mark was doing a pretty good job. But I don't know, I feel like this one is top notch. EB Kicks is top notch for sure, top notch. So I'm just gonna put this aside. What other shoes can I clean that? I guess we could do these, right? The classics that you guys have seen me clean before. I say the classics to me because I've had these for a few years now. And I've cleaned them multiple times. People have even seen them on my Instagram page. So let me clean these real quick, right? And we'll show you how they look at the end. So I'm only gonna clean one and I'll show you the other one. So like always, we're gonna clean the sole. I'm gonna clean this first. And you guys might be wondering why these are so dirty. So, you know, if you guys have seen my other videos, my vlogs, I talked about our dog passing away. And we ended up burying her in the backyard next to her brother. Well, someone had to. Well, it was just not me. It was my brother and my dad as well. But we had to dig the hole for her. Right? We had to dig the hole. And I used these shoes, basically. So I got them very dirty. And I was like, well, it's fine, I guess. I'm like, I could always clean them. But these shoes are like my shoes that I'm just like, hey, it's fine if they get dirty. Whatever. You know, I could use them doing hard work, like digging a hole. Let's wipe it down. It already looks pretty good already compared to before. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. This one, I've always had to use the white touch on the back. Always. For some reason, I don't know if I'm the only one, but for some reason, my shoes, the back heel, horrible. Horrible every single time. And for some reason, when I clean them, it never really comes off completely. I don't know if I'm stepping wrong or what is it that I'm doing wrong, but something. This, I could tell there's one part where it's not going to come off. And I think I know why. So, this little portion is not coming off. And I know why. And it's not necessarily dirt. I was riding my bike to work. This was when it was warmer outside. This was last year. A car got kind of close to me. Almost hit me. And I hit the curb, but with my shoe. And this is what happened to it. That black mark right here, that's actually from hitting the curb. So yeah, I hit the curb pretty nasty. We're just gonna clean the top portion of it. Get all that dirt off. So like I said, I put these shoes through hell. These specifically. All my other ones, I'm so nice to them. These became my shoes where, like I said, it's like, hey, it's okay if they get dirty. my hard-working shoes, I guess you could say. Because, you know, I know other people out there, they have those shoes where you're like, you know what, these are my shoes to do mechanic work, or these are my shoes to go cut the grass, these are my shoes to go do hard labor or whatever it might be, you know. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But these are my shoes. These are my shoes that I use to do all that stuff. Actually, what I'm going to use is this softer brush. Because this softer brush, with this one, it won't do really any damage to it. Like I said, it's just that I know what I use. Or not to say I know what I'm doing. But since these are soft, since this brush is so much softer, I could use it on this material. I just don't apply as much pressure, so it won't do anything to the shoe. It won't really damage it. And the portion that I'm using it on is actually not even the part where it's mesh or anything like that. It's more like the hard surface. So like this back portion of it, this right here, it's actually rubber. But yeah, that's where I'm using it to clean it. Look at this side. Now, not everything came off, just because, like I let the dirt settle. But this is what I'm gonna do. Just because these shoes need it, I'm gonna use the white touch. Just gonna take some time to actually get it out, just because I haven't used this in a while. I haven't used the white touch in a while. There we go. Yep, there we go. It has this little thing in there that you press. It's like a thing that stops the little ink to come out, or dye, I guess you could say. But there we go. So you could dab it and then like rub it in, or some people just like to dab it and that's it. I think the instructions have said like dab it and then you just use like a little towel to rub it in. But I do different things. All depends. So right now I'm dabbing the back. I guess, I mean, I don't know how good it would work on this skid mark, but I could do it. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get it on the material, because if it gets on the material, it is kind of hell trying to take it off on the material. I mean, it's doing an okay job, I guess. Kind of covering it. It doesn't look as bad. But I kind of figured that it wouldn't work 100% just because, trust me, when I hit that curb, I looked at my shoe and I was like, yep, this shoe is damaged from that now. Yeah, even if I'm like laying it on thick on here, it's not really doing too much to it. See, look, it's not doing too much to it, really. For all the other marks, as far as like tinier ones that are not as bad, it's working just fine. It's just on that specific little thing that is not working too well. Bam, 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 bam. But there we have it, basically. Shoe looks like brand new. Let me bring up the other shoe so you guys can see it. Who knows? I might actually make this into part 1 and then the other one will be part 2, because I still have other shoes that I would like to show you guys. But look, you see that? See how dirty it was before? Bam, bam, bam. It's all done. It's all good. So that's it for this one. You guys saw me clean the UGG boots, right? The 2 pair of UGG boots, these shoes, these other Nike Air Max shoes. I can't remember which ones these are specifically. I think these are like Air Max something 2X. Yeah, I can't remember that. I bought so many Air Maxes, but saw me clean those. These right here, of course, I think I already said that. But you guys saw how bad they were, and now look at the results. So yeah, go to ebkicks.com, go under products, or I believe shop, and they have the different options of what you could buy. Me specifically, I say get the kits, get the big kit that they have, because you get more out of it, and it's not too much. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe it was like $40 for the whole thing, and they last you forever. You could clean your shoes. Like I said, this is from the old one. It's almost out. This is my last bottle, and I still have the other one that I ordered, and I have 2 bottles in those. But yeah, get yourself EB Kicks, and make sure your shoes look fresh all the time, brand new. All right, nos vemos. Thank you for tuning in.